This is your WW3 news. Italy, like Germany and France, they have a protocol in event of war or any type of calamity. It happens to be the decree law of 134 of 2024. It's very strange. It's a type of protocol which establishes how the military authorities and the health authorities would act in event of war to receive casualties and create structures, hospitals and personnel to deal with such casualties, whether it's a nuclear war, ordinary war, radioactive event, bacteriological event or chemical event. And you may say every country has their own protocol to deal with this, but this is more strange because this will interface with other European countries which has already activated in silence this type of protocol, i.e. dealing with injuries of the war front. And he goes, what the fucking hell? They're preparing such protocols. We're not in war. When the powers that be, they already know in advance through the intelligence a certain event's going to happen, especially when it comes to war. There are signs which builds up to an event, conventional war, and these days we're adding nuclear war. And obviously you could refer to what you may call it, the BBC documentary on a nuclear war on a British city like Sheffield, from beginning to the end, and explains certain stages. This is a bit like a civilian special power protocol. Not those special powers when they know there is a war coming up or brewing. Suspension of civil rights, of constitution, martial law, curfews, all that stuff, basically. But this is a beginning of this road, because they know they're going to face casualties, and when the troops come back wounded or half dead. In this, I should say, every type of emergency scenario, basically. So if they got that protocol here in Italy, and other countries are, like I mentioned before, which interfaces with each other, because probably one day Europe will go to war with Russia over Ukraine. First, they probably send reservists for the first beginning, and then afterwards, when it evolves and escalates, they send other troops before it turns nuclear. So this could be a preparation for a state of war, which Italy has somehow got itself into without telling the population. Obviously, you can't tell the population we're going to war. You just will spook people, and society will just collapse with a panic. But mind you, when they start passing special laws, certain exercises or preparation how to defend yourself from nuclear war, giving you information, it's most likely such an event will occur. And sincerely, in a nuclear event, the health service of each country will just collapse, will be overwhelmed with injuries, lack of electricity, lack of telecommunications, will be total confusion. But mind you, here in Italy, I think they've been preparing for the last few years the so-called protocol to activate in the case of emergency. Because a friend of mine who died of breast cancer a year or so ago, and she used to clean various places as a cleaner. One of her job sites was where they print printing shop. They call it in Italian tipografia. In the area, and she stumbled across strange pamphlets of protocol. How should you behave in a certain emergency in hospitals, doctors and nurses without electricity? And I thought to myself, would I pull off that stunt, which they done it 5 years ago? But comes into mind is more like we're probably heading towards something a bit more serious than that. World War III. That is on our doorstep and it's waiting for us to be dragged in. Regarding the civilian population, probably if you follow Canadian Prepper and all these videos and other preppers on the web, you can even find it on various government websites, information regarding certain events, how to face it. It's not just gibberish which they invent. There are actual secret plans to activate in certain moments in certain events.